Hello, hello, hello. It's Lovey. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to come on here and say that today I feel melancholy. Sorry for the wobble of the phone, but I'm holding it this way so that it can do right in the YouTube app. But just wanted to say I feel a little melancholy today, and I wanted to document it because normally I sort of hold my feelings in. I don't really discuss them, not really. But I had a very dear aunt of mine to pass, and I really loved her. She was so sweet, even though we didn't talk that much. Whenever we did talk, it was like we would pick up like we never had been separated. She was so loving, so encouraging, and just a sweet person. She was divorced from my uncle, my dad's brother, but she stayed in the family like they were still together, and they did a great job co-parenting. They used to go on vacations together with their girls, my two cousins and the grandkids, and they just did an awesome job co-parenting. And I just wanted to share, as I was listening to all the people that spoke and said kind words about her, and also, I'm going to have to pull you over here for just a moment. Sorry. And also, listening to the pastor and the music, it just made me think about how, we really don't, well, some families do. Some families get together all the time, but my family, not so much. We have love for each other, definitely, but as far as getting together and hanging out, even on a family reunion, we don't do that. We had a couple of them when I was young, but we haven't had any of that, definitely, since I've been an adult and was raising my child, my son. So it just made me think, life is short, and you don't want to look up and all of your family is just dropping off, and we're losing them every year, it looks like. I lost my dad in 2024. His brother died, I want to say last year or earlier part of this year. He may have passed in December because my dad passed in November of 2024. My uncle may have passed my dad passed in November 2024. My uncle, his brother, who was already sick, I'm going to see if I can put you right here, passed in 2020, December or January, somewhere around in there, shortly after my dad passed. He passed. And then this year, about a month or two ago, my aunt passed, the uncle that passed after my dad. And now my aunt, who, that uncle that she was married to is still living. But, family is just, we're all aging. I could pass next week, who knows? We never know. But I want to do something about that. One cousin, this family, this side of the family is my dad's side that I'm talking about, all the family members that have passed. And then on my mom's side of the family, I have a cousin, and she and I talked about getting together and actually planning a family reunion. They kind of fell by the wayside, and I have a cousin on my dad's side. She and I talked about planning something. And it looks like if it's going to happen, I'm going to have to be the one to make sure, to follow through, to pull everybody together. And I'm gonna work on that and try to have something within the next year or two for both sides of my family. Because, like I said, we're all getting older. And no day is, the only day that's promised is the day that we're living in. And I know this is kind of melancholy for my channel, but you know, right now it's just my random thoughts. This is what's truly happening in my life right now. I just left the funeral on my way back to the church for the repast. I'm gonna stay there for maybe 30 minutes or so, and it's unfortunate that I have to go back to work. This is why I'm in the options club, because I don't want to have to leave my family, especially during a time such as this, to get back to work. I want to be able to, you know, hang out with my family, love on my family. I don't want to have to get back to work. That's why I need to have another option to replace my current job, because I need to be able to make my own schedule. So when something devastating as this, or as important as this, a family member passing, I am able to go to the funeral, go to the repast, hang out with my family, and not feel pressed to get back to work. You know, I just don't want that. So this is going to be one of my videos that I'm going to post up here in just a few minutes. It's very quick and short. It's just some random thoughts about how I'm feeling today. Feeling a little melancholy because I just lost my aunt, who was very sweet, and I loved her dearly. So yeah, just some random thoughts. And if you would like to go on this journey with me of trying to figure out what the next option is going to be, or how I create the next option, because right now I'm choosing to show up on YouTube, and from there I need and want to create something to put out in the world, to replace my income. And I know I have the knowledge, the talent, the creativity, and all of that has just been kind of really bound up. But I'm at a place in my life now where I'm ready to release all of that out into the world. So if that sounds interesting to you, a 50-something-year-old woman, call myself a teenage senior citizen, not quite a full senior citizen yet. I'm just entering in that stage. I can see retirement down the road there, over there. It's a good little ways away, but I can see the light down there. And so I'm working on making sure that I am prepared, and that I, you know, will be able to have the lifestyle that I desire for myself in retirement. Yeah, and I want to be there for my granddaughter. I would like to be able to do things with her while she's still in high school and instill some, you know, character. Sorry about that. Put her in some activities, expose her to opportunities and adventures. You know, I just want to be able to pour into her while she's young, so that when she gets to be an adult, she's able to draw off of those tools and encouragement and knowledge that I've poured in. Yeah, so don't forget to like the video if you felt something or can relate. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and share if you know someone who may be feeling a little melancholy and also is sick of the fact that they can't even fully grieve and be with their family during a time such as this, because they have to go back to work, and they're wanting and thinking about creating another option for themselves. Maybe I can be an inspiration. So take care, and I will see you sooner rather than later.